All right, peeps, we are back. We are back. So we are going to be talking about the tickets and what's availability, paid versus not paid. There's a couple comments a little bit. Parents and children and caregiving, that came up. Finances, getting a financial position for tiny houses on wheels, that came up. And different food options for pallets came up. And then some closing remarks. So that's what this video is all about, okay? So, how many tickets are sold online? How many came in today?
Okay, so we have 4 more came in today, right?
Four more came in today.
4 more tickets came in today. So
4 more tickets came in today. We'll just throw in 1 kid for good luck. And that's 5 tickets.
yeah,
5 people.
Right now we have 14 tickets sold this week, plus we had a couple more from previously, plus us, plus the kids, plus the mayor, plus a handful of others.
Plus everybody else that's coming through the door.
So right now we're probably at like 25 to 30 people already.
We're probably at a good solid 25 solid. 30 is probably what it is in reality.
So that would mean we have roughly 20 seats left.
We have a fire code occupancy that we have to honor. So we have about 20 places left. This includes kids.
Yeah.
So we're just saying, all in all, from our normals, from us, from the team, from everybody that's already committed verbally, and then everyone that just bought online, we have about 20 places left.
Yeah.
So get your tickets online, yeahmovement.com, $25 online or $30 at the door.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so that's good news. We've been getting some little comments, small little things.
Just a couple offhand comments. Most people, not a problem, but there have been a few odd comments here and there. Some people wondering why are we charging money for the dinner? Why are we charging money for the dinner?
They talked about it being the difference between a working dinner, quote unquote, and a brainstorming event, quote unquote.
And somebody else that said like it wasn't in the spirit of us doing what we're doing for the community.
Yeah, the spirit of affordable, and I don't know, I guess we put out a spirit of charity or something. I'm not sure, but I don't know. Bringing the people together equals not, you shouldn't charge or something. I don't know if we're putting off that aura or something, but it's come across a couple times, maybe once a month. Nothing crazy, but we need...
most people not, but
people deserve clarity.
Yeah, so I mean, let's not get it confused. Like the tickets are $25 if you buy them online ahead of time, and that's really just to try to incentivize with a little extra discount to give me a heads up of how many people I need to buy groceries for and cook food for.
Groceries.
So
food doesn't just show up
$25
by itself. FYI.
Per adult. Kids are free.
Per
right?
adult.
So if you're a single mom and you bring 2 kids, that's 3 people eating for $25.
And it's all you can eat, okay?
Really don't feel like that's exorbitant. And I've been a single mom with like no help at all. So I don't feel like that's outrageous. No. I don't feel like that's exorbitant. I don't feel like that. I mean,
and I love the kids more than adults, so that you just eat as much food as you
there probably
gotta
are
grow.
People that somehow do feel like that's a lot, but I feel like that's not out of hand to ask for $25. We are paying for the rental.
The rent for the building.
To pay for the space
is about $88 for 2 hours.
For the space we're using right now for 2 hours.
So,
and then we have to buy the groceries. It's gas back and forth. It's not to mention all the promotion. We spend a lot of time. All the time
Maria spends to.
I spend hours cooking the food.
And then we got to go grab there's a bunch of expenses.
It would just, sometimes it feels like maybe we do a lot. I feel like we do a lot, and sometimes maybe it feels everybody
every now and then just somebody comes around the corner, and I'm not sure they quite catch.
Kind of feel like I should be giving more.
Yeah, it just doesn't quite catch just the basic idea. The rent on the space and just the groceries. Not labor, not the time we do for all this stuff. Just basics.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
throwing that out there, that's why we charge.
And I mean, we're doing a lot to help the community overall. I don't feel like
I don't
we're
think it's
bad, greedy
We got
people.
printing, we got ink,
Yeah.
we got laser
And I mean,
ink
and what right now, the number of people that we're having,
Serving.
it's not like we're even making extra. We're
No.
barely covering
We
the
finally
expenses of the event.
can afford the groceries.
So
Finally.
I mean, if there is someone out there that feels like I should be taking my children's grocery money to feed you, feel free to let me know. I
Yeah.
think that's an interesting conversation we could have, but I don't feel like most people feel like
we just
that.
wanted to make that very clean
Yeah.
and hopefully clearer, that there's just some super basic business principles that we have to hit, and we're gonna hit them.
I think the
I think we
value
deserve
is
it.
there. We're providing a meal. I think a pretty good meal.
And I think
And-
many of you guys must think we just sit here all day and do nothing, but we work full time and we work overtime, and then we come home.
We do a lot.
And then we do all that. So
because it's important, you know. And
it is
someone-
important.
I think someone needed to step up and do it. So we're happy to do it.
Yeah, we
And
want to do it.
we like that we can provide a nice place for people to connect, and I think it adds a lot of value for the community, and I've heard a lot of people say that too. So you know, at the end of the day, I think not everyone feels like the value is there, and that's totally fine. And if it's
Totally
not
fine.
for you, then that's great.
Good.
You don't need to come. We
Yeah,
have, you know, kind
totally
of a cap on how many people we can have anyway, so that's totally fine.
And there is something spiritual inside of it.
Mm-hmm.
People tend to want to learn more when they pay for something.
Mm-hmm.
When something is free, people tend to take things for granted or keep it etherical. Nothing actually like manifests or precipitates down here. And so when you pay for something, it's just magically, you pay for tuition for college most of the time.
Well, you're going to show up and go to class.
Yeah, not all the time, but
Yeah.
most of the time you're actually committed. You're serious about it. So
I think most of our people already get this.
Yeah.
I think that's enough time, really. It was a few offhand comments. Not most people don't feel that way.
No.
I feel like this is a good time also just to touch on the food. We had someone that had a question. Is there vegetarian options? I believe that I had that on there. I do always include that because I know people have different dietary preferences and restrictions. So I do always try to consciously pick food that I know I can make something that can accommodate a variety of people. So yes, we're going to do tacos again this time. I will have both flour and corn tortillas. So if anyone's gluten-free, then they don't eat the flour ones, or just no tortillas is fine. I will have the chicken again, and then I make the black beans, and I also make a rice. And both the black beans and the rice will be not just vegetarian, they'll also be vegan friendly. So, and I don't put any cheese or everything's on the side so people can mix and match. And
build your own.
that's why tacos are good, because everyone can kind of put together and pick the stuff
Yeah.
they like. So yes, the answer is yes, there will be vegetarian, and even beyond that, there'll be a vegan option, and obviously dairy free if you don't put any cheese, or like the special sauce I make that has cheese in it. So
It's very delicious.
it is so delicious. So yes, we try as much to be inclusive as we possibly can.
So that was a good question.
Mm-hmm.
Next question or something. A sister came up today that was an interesting story, so I want to just throw it out there real quick. Her parents are going through the elderly stages and different challenges, and she, the daughter, or could be a son, I just want you guys to relate. How many of your parents are going to go into these elderly stages where you as a son or daughter have to become the caregiver?
Yeah.
And so when we were talking about the developmental disability,
Right. The other day we had that
the other
call.
day,
Mm-hmm.
and a caregiver and the different ADU options, this spirals into other circles.
Yeah.
And now the sister is coming to learn about how can we turn this tiny house village into caregiver housing in the backyard of a 3/4 behind Seven Sons and Lilies, and rezone it into that. And how many of us sons and daughters can relate that our parents are turning into you have to turn into a caregiver, and how can we help this? And so sister's coming over. We're going to put them together with everybody inside of that circle. And so she brought up a really good point, and I want everyone that can relate to that needs to come over Saturday, 5 p.m. YeahMovement.com, get your tickets, and then there's about a good handful,
Yeah, of people that are interested.
at least
in grants
three,
Mm-hmm.
at least three. Maybe it's 5 or less for sure. It's somewhere in just a small handful of you guys. Everybody come together, and then we all work on this solutions together.
Yeah.
Then we had another question about finances that said, I'm not sure that I'm able to get into a tiny house because of my finances. And luckily, we already thought about this. And so we have another sister. I'm not sure she's going to make it. She's down
I
south
think
right
she's
now.
I think she's out of town this weekend and she's not going to make it, but she's been to all the other ones.
She's the best.
Yeah.
She's the one that helped us to turn a potluck that we did during the summertime twice a month into a fundraising dinner, and she's the one that taught us how to do Second Saturday, which is us, and she was there handling the cash at the door. She's super supportive.
She's really sweet, and she's got just such a great heart for the community and helping people and everything too.
So I wanted to talk to her because we know that there's other people, us included, okay, us included, that have financial challenges, and maybe your credit report in order to go get a loan from one of these banks that we
maybe needs a little work.
Needs a little work.
Especially if you've been divorced. And then it kind of took a toll on your finances. So that happens to the best of us. It's okay.
Still got trauma. So we're all in the same boat together.
So, or even just to make sure that you have all your things in order and that you're on a pathway to get to there. Because you may need to kind of work towards it as a longer term goal. Maybe it's a year or two down the road, and that's okay. But it helps to find out what you need to do to get yourself lined up for that.
Which is us. We're all in the same boat. So there's usually a what does she call that? Assessment?
Yeah, she
really
does
quick,
like a snapshot.
Little snapshot, and then what can work. And so I asked her, I said, hey, do you guys have credit repair inside of your system so that we can keep it all in-house? I don't want a third party to somebody else I don't know.
Yeah,
I'd rather just keep it with the sisters that's got our back.
A lot of those things aren't good anyway. But so she's great though, and then I think the financial snapshot thing she does is free, I believe, and they give you recommendations, and then you're free to move forward with whatever you're interested in from there or whatever would be helpful for you. So. And she's really a sweetheart.
Yeah,
she's
we love her
here. So.
And she's local, and she's right here. So everybody that's in that boat, getting in preparation, getting ready for the tiny house on wheels, goals, or whatever you have in the future.
Trying to buy land or whatever it is you're trying to do.
Come on over. I don't know if Sis is coming. We'll get you your contact number and introduce you and push that through. But you'll see her the next dinner for sure.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah, I think then just
Okay, grant writing club, grant committee is meeting at 3:30.